once you see today's deck profile, you will not want to go back. Let's talk about it. Hope you guys are doing well. It's currently Thursday evening. We just finished our first Digimon locals of the week or whatever. And I've won again. 3 times in a row. And this time we did it with a black deck. We played Diaboromon Wargreymon. When I was actually getting ready for this video, I thought to myself that this is the 3rd deck I've won with, and it's the 3rd deck with Wargreymon in it. And that's not intentional. I don't know how that happened. I promise that the next deck profile won't have Wargreymon in it. So, it's just a little funny coincidence, I think. 3 different Wargreymons. So I had to refix up this deck because it wasn't performing as well as I wanted it to originally, losing games here and there. But then I fixed up the deck and it's been working quite well. It's taken games and matches off of like purple Lilithmon, Piedmon stuff, blue Omnimon, red Omnimon, I think complete yellow if we can count that, and in one of a few other games in here, obviously. So I think this is good. I think this is a solid deck. It seems a little weird. I'm sure you'll feel that way when we look at the profile together. And without further ado, let's get into that. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notification bell into the smashed potatoes. Let's look at this. Alright, so our deck. We start with our 5 babies here. We play 4 of the Sunamon. This dude gives your Digimon plus 2,000 if you share another one, a name with another one on the field. So extra 2,000 is cool. And this one, which gives you plus 1,000 if you have, if it has reboot, which odds are it will in this deck. We play 14 level 4s. We play 4 Toy Agumon. That gives your Digimon reboot. Great. We play 4 Caramon. If you play a Digimon of the same name, you draw a card, which is really good. We play 4 of the level 3 blocker that black has access to. The fact that it's a level 3 blocker is really freaking good. To wrap it up, we play 2 Chumon, because there are decks out there that do gain memory with ways other than Tamers, and this can shut them down. So that's kind of cool. We're playing 12 level 4s. We're playing 4 of the Greymon that says if you have reboot, you have jamming. Really, really good. We're playing 4 of this one, Numamon, because it's cheap to play and it's cheap to evolve. All around it's a cheap card. It's so great working around memory with this card. That's what it's there for. And we play 4 Kurisarimon. If you play a Digimon with the same name, you gain memory. This will get rather ignorant, as we'll see a little bit later. For 5s, we have 9. We play 4 Metal Greymon, the one that gives you security attack plus 1 if you have reboot, which is good. We play 4 of the Infirmon, because if this evolves into Diaboromon, you pay 1 less. You'll pay 3 instead of 4. And I lied. We do play 10 level 5s, not 9. And it's 2 of these guys. We play them because they have 9,000, which is relevant. Having a 9,000 rebooter, it happens. It's good. It's good to have. It beats over creatures. It can survive more security attacks than you think. That's why it's there. In my testing, I was already playing one of this, but then I wanted a second one, and putting the second one in actually kind of came in clutch. So don't sleep on Megadramon. It's actually really good. Alright, we play 8 level 6s. We play 4 Wargreymon, the black one, reboot and blocker. What a ferocious combination. Just attack and then block, and that's what it does. Then when you can pair it up with all your other cards, it's great. Then we play 3 Diaboromon. There's a couple of reasons we only play 3. One of the reasons is this is technically better, in my opinion, against more matchups right now. This is good against the slower matchups, where you can just gain advantage on them and then overwhelm them with board presence and tokens. Whereas this, if the game's a little more aggressive, you need to get this out. So that's why we're doing 4 to 3. Now what this dude does is he makes a Diaboromon token when he attacks. It only has 3,000 power, but that's fine. And then if he is to die, the token dies instead. Or a token dies instead, because you have multiple. This card's really freaking good. We will get into some combos with this after this. Just keep that in mind. There's 3. The last one we play is High Andromon. We play it because it's 2 to evolve. And that's it, and it's big. Having a 12,000 potential reboot with other effects is really good. The last 2 Digimon we play are 2 Millenniummon. 2 is the perfect number, 3 you see it too much. And it's not Millenniummon Turbo, that's not what this deck is trying to do. It doesn't need this like an Omnimon deck needs Omnimon. You know, it's just there if you need to play it to get rid of something. That's it. Whenever I played it, it never really came up where if it died it came back and that made the difference in the game. No, it's a good card. Our final 4 cards, looking back to the old good times. It's Black's best removal card right now. It's D-Digivolve 1, and then if that Digimon has 4 or less play cost, it's deleted. Enough said. Good card. You delete so many things with this, it's great. Now we get into some of the combos and the explanations. The first one I want to go over is the whole Diaboromon line and what is the ideal for that. Ideally, you start with Sunamon, because every time you make a Diaboromon token, as long as you have it on the field, your Diaboromon is permanently 12,000 to 10,000. That can matter. Then you have Caramon. Whenever you play a Diaboromon token, or another one, you draw a card. You're always drawing cards. That guy gives you memory whenever you play another token. So that's good. This just makes it cheaper to evolve, and then Diaboromon himself. So if you can set up this line, you're in a really good spot. There were some games against slower matchups where I resolved 2 Diaboromons, and they didn't necessarily have the same line, but like, it's so friggin' overpowered if you have any one of these in both your lines. Just so much advantage, so much memory. There's nothing your opponent can do about it, really. The other line I want to talk about real quickly is the actual Wargreymon line and how that works. So presumably you start with this guy, hopefully. If you have reboot, you have 1,000. And then you have this guy, which gives you reboot. It's not necessary when you get to Wargreymon, because he has reboot himself, but getting up the line, that helps if you have reboot. So there you go. And then jamming, and then security attack +1. Sometimes it's just good if you have this lineup to swing with the Metal Greymon anyway. I'll do that often, because it is jamming at this point, and it's free. And then the Wargreymon, which has reboot, blocker, jamming, and security attack +1. Ridiculous combo. It happens, it's happened, it's great. It just rips through the opponent real easily. Now, Black has, you know, a fair element of options when it comes to level 6s. So why did I put these 2 together? I kind of went into it already. You want to be able to prioritize your matchups, and these do different things. This is better for the opponents that are being aggro on you, and these are better for the ones that the opponent is being a little slow on. If you have this against a slower opponent, I mean, it's nice, but odds are, you know, they might actually have a response for this if they're playing more of a control matchup. Where this, if you can just start resolving it as much as possible, because it's a slower matchup, they might not be able to address all the tokens you make, and if you can start building Diaboromon tokens or get a second one on the field, you're going to take over that control matchup really easily. That's what I found in my testing anyway. Maybe you guys have different opinions on it, and if you do, let me know in the comments. But I think this lineup is perfect. This was a fun way to play Black. It worked. It won me so many games. Just being able to pick and choose which one I wanted to go into. But I do think this one is the better one. It does come up in more matchups, which is why this one's at 4 and this one's at 3. And that'll do it for this deck. All in all, it was a great fun experience. We'll be trying something different on Sunday, and hopefully win locals with it. And then I'm working on another project, which some of you in the Facebook group may have seen. Someone may have challenged me to build a really bad deck and try to win some games with it. So as long as I can build that deck and do well with it, you know, that'll be fun. And it's budget too, so you can look forward to that at some point. Just a general little thing. Some of you requested some gameplay footage, and I think it's a great idea. I did actually manage to record a couple games with this, so if you get this video to 100 likes, I will upload a video of some gameplay with this deck, so you guys can kind of see it for yourself. And that's really it for this deck profile, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, 100 likes, and you get to see a game or two. And that's all I want to say, so you guys take care, and we'll see you next time.